Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be looking at how to build in different styles. In my opinion, to be a good builder you shouldn't necessarily be restricted by build styles, but they should just be another way of expressing yourself creatively in Minecraft and making some cool things. So I'm trying to build in steampunk here. This isn't really steampunky, but this was my first building. I liked this sort of block combination, so I wanted to try it out. And then over here I've got more of a variation on that. I've got some different blocks in here, and these aren't great builds, okay? I'm not super proud of them. They're alright, they're gonna stay, but I want to build better. So I've gone from this to this, which I think is a little less harsh. But I want to integrate the new blocks. I want to use the copper blocks over here. And I'm using the lighter variations because they'll go well with, this is nether brick up here, which is a little bit warm. And I'm doing that here. For each build style that I try and figure out what are the main blocks I'm going to be using. So here it's deep slate. So there's some basalt in here, but it's mostly deep slate. Some sort of dark warmish roof. Or coolish, depending. But we've got more deep slate over here. We've got an array of grey blocks, medium grey blocks. I've also put in some diorite and calcite in here from the 1.17 update. This block is so good. And then we've got more deep slate at the bottom. And then again, over here, I've sort of carried through the main blocks, but left some that I might use, like I might use some grey concrete over there or something, but not right next to it. So I'm just carrying through the main blocks in every build, but making sure that there's a little bit of variation so that they're all a bit different. And then up here, I'm going to put in a copper roof, and we're going to go over how I got here, I guess, how I'm approaching learning a new build style that I haven't used before. So with a new build style, the first thing you want to do is you want to decide what build style you would actually like to build in. And this might seem very simple, but there are so many cool build styles out there. I'll put a couple on screen, but damn, there are so many that you could choose from. You need to settle on one, or make up your mind about what sort of style you would like, if it's not like a concrete set in stone sort of style. So what I mean by this is that you need to decide on like the block palettes you're going for, the vibe you're going for. By setting the mood in your mind, you're sort of setting the way that you want it to look. So you can look at a build and be like, that build, that's too harsh. The colors go too harshly together. Or like that roof, that's not a good feel. It feels short and I want it to feel tall. If you want to make like a city, what's the mood you're going for? Are you going for like a bustling modern city? Or are you going for something with buildings that tower over you, and like New York or something? Or are you going for like a dreary abandoned city? How is that going to affect the build choices you're going to make? Are you going to use mossy blocks rather than just the normal blocks to make the atmosphere just that little bit nicer, or like more accurate to what you want to do? How are you going to execute your vision in regards to this build style? Once you decided what sort of style you're going for, you can then research inspiration. So you get inspired. Look up block palettes and how they've used the blocks. Like some people might have used copper. If you're looking at steampunk, they might have used copper as like a wall material or something. Or they might have used, I don't know, like quartz as a roof if you're doing something else. They might have used blocks. People who have done this style might have used blocks in ways that you've never thought of. And then you can use that as inspiration for how you want to execute your style. What is the vibe how they've used it? What's the vibe that's giving off? And does that match your vibe? Or could you use it in some way? And you can just sort of see how the style that you want to use has been modified for different people's purposes. So I'm going for more of like a grungy sort of city steampunk, but you could go for like innovative and cool steampunk that's like super like utopian or dystopian, whichever one you choose. You could go for like so many different things with steampunk. I've just chosen one sort of type of thing that you could do. Ways you could get inspired: you could Google search for images. There doesn't tend to be a lot of images that I see on Google search, but you might find that to be different. Pinterest isn't great for Minecraft either, but there are plenty of places that you can just search for images. And that is not the correct block. Just look at what people have done with the style. You can make sure that you're conforming to what the style requires of you, but also doing it your own way. So the third thing you want to do is experiment on a creative world. I don't always do this, but I like doing this because you can build like multiple different variations of the things that you want to build in your survival world, if you're building in survival, of course. But I think that that it's really beneficial to just try out what you want to do and see what works and what doesn't. Obviously here I've done it in this survival world, and I've gone through a couple iterations with like this roof. It was like a shape like this before, and then I didn't like that, so I made it more like this roof, and that worked better. I'm still not 100% sold on it, but it worked better. And I've just gone through different iterations of what I want this design to be like. And then I've done this one. I'm very happy with this building. And then I've got some more over there and over there. And over time, we'll just see how much the build style has not changed. I don't want to completely change it, but been tweaked to fit what the vibe that I'm going for. And then the last thing that you want to do is learn by building. There's no point experimenting with a new style if you're never going to use it. So just learn by building. I'm not sure I like that roof quite yet, but I'm going to work on it until I do. And then you'll probably see it in like the thumbnail or something. I might show it at the end of the video. But what you really want to do is just experiment by building. Just build in the style that you want. Use the block palettes or something similar to what the block palettes other people have used are. Use the block palettes, go for a feel, make a thing, see if you like it. And if you don't, you can either fix it or you can build a new building and just move on. It's not the end of the world if you make a build that you don't like. You can learn by building. So yeah, I hope this video helped you. If it did, leave a comment telling me that it did. And leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next week with another video. Bye!